So let's move on to the last and final topic. This one I saved the best for last. Well, maybe not the best, but it's the one I'm like one of the most interested in lately. I just heard about this. It was just the other day, and it's just exciting to me. It's not old head beef like young people call it old head beef, but me and Drake are the same age, so Swizz Beatz might be kind of getting older, but it's just cool to see. Swizz Beatz was on Zone Radio. He has this podcast or whatever. I don't know if it's weekly. It's probably just weekly or so. I've never listened to it before, but apparently he has a guest on every week or whatever, and they focus on the guest, and this week it was Busta Rhymes, Zone Radio with Busta Rhymes, and they were talking about this song that apparently Busta Rhymes and Drake did together. I don't know who was who and who was featured, but it was a Swizz Beatz beat, and I believe Drake or someone on Drake's team leaked the song before Busta Rhymes could release it, so it must have been Busta's song, okay, and Drake was featured or something, and Drake released his verse or something. So Busta couldn't release it, make money off it, whatever. And Swizz Beatz was calling him, you know, that kid there is good, you know, that kid is a good kid. He sounded like Robert De Niro in Goodfellas or something, you know, a mafia member saying, it's a good kid, but I'm going to have to whack him. You know, my accent, Italian accent's not that good. I am half Italian, though, little known fact. Not all Irish. So yes, that's the subtle shot. Drake knows all about subtle shots, subs. You know, you call someone a kid, like how Tekashi called Shotty, you know, when I met son, you know, like calling him like, you know, I'm your father, you're my son, you know, I own you, I control you. That's like a subtle shot calling him that kid. That kid's a good kid. But apparently he called him a pussy. I didn't even hear that part. Maybe they edited it out. He called Drake a pussy a couple times. I think he repeated it. You know, I don't know. He said, you want to challenge him to a fight? No, he didn't say that. But I guess he called him a pussy. You know, he called him a kid. He just sent a lot of shots his way. He said he feels it's a good kid, but he doesn't really like him or respect him or whatever. There was just a lot there. He had a lot of energy. Was just real, talking real spicy with him. You know, talking real greasy. You know, and people forget, I mean, Swizz Beatz was in the RUFF RYDERs. That was a crew back in the day, you know, when I was just coming up and rapping DMX and the RUFF RYDERs came out. You know, you had Dragon. Dragon could spit. I was just listening or watching a music video from him, you know, and he always could rap. There was that, what was that song? It was like Fire or Flames or something, where he raps really fucking fast in the verse. His verses are fast as hell. Dragon, one of the most underrated rappers probably of all time, Dragon. He just didn't really, he was outshined by DMX's star, and Eve's star, but Dragon could rap, he could spit. He's one of the best spitters of the time, you know, whether it's true lyrics or how fast his delivery, but Dragon could rap, and he still was up until recently, so check out Dragon if you haven't. You will not be disappointed in that. Check out his older stuff. New stuff's probably good too. I gotta check out, see what Dragon's doing. But yeah, Swizz Beatz was in, you know, the RUFF RYDERs, fucking right in the heat of that was just a tough crew. So men riding the ATVs in the streets, ton of them, fucking dog chains on and shit. They were a crew, and if you were in that crew, I mean, you just got some gangster in you. You automatically do. Even if I was in that crew, people would call me gangster. That's how like tough looking at least that crew was. You knew they put in some work. I mean, Swizz Beatz comes from, you know, Cassidy. Swizz Beatz, he's a real one, but he got married to Alicia Keys, so people forget that. He got woke. He started investing. I think he invested in stock. I saw some show him talking about investments and stock portfolios or investing in real estate and smart investments, and he's just a woke guy. Seems like he's for peace and, well, just for, you know, like just, he's not out here doing gangster rap stuff all the time. I saw him on Shade 45 with Cassidy again, doing the freestyle and, you know, doing his ad-libs. Wait a minute. So it's, I don't know, what were his zone was on, and and I think he just had like an you know, something like that. So he had some great ad-libs. You know, some of the best hype beat makers with Swizz Beatz and Just Blaze. But yeah, I just hate, he had that energy, he called him a pussy and this and that, and you know, it's like he almost did challenge him to a fight. He said, I mean, he had the energy and everything, and then he let it go the next morning with the apology, all that somber, you know, sad apology. It was like fucking, you know, everyone's, it's like your Sunday morning after a rough Saturday night out, and you wake up all hungover and you just dread picking up your phone. You almost don't want to pick it up because you don't want to look through your text messages, who you texted, specifically what exes you texted and said you love them again and you miss them, or like what you posted on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat stories, Instagram stories. What did you post? You know, what did you say? What'd you tweet? I mean, there's so many mistakes you can make. If you don't put your phone on airplane mode, you're gonna make some mistakes, and you dread it that Sunday morning. You feel like shit, and you're looking through like, oh my god, you're deleting stuff right away. Delete. Looking at who's looked at this stuff if you can. I mean, and so then you're apologizing. You got to get all somber. You go up to your roommate, your friend of 20 years or so. You know, it could either be roommates, new roommates that you got all that stuff off your chest you've been hiding in, like you never do the dishes, you know, and you bitched at him and you guys almost got in a fist fight. So you got to go apologize to your roommate in person. Then you got to go apologize to your best friend of 20 years because maybe, you know, you're arguing about something and then it started small, like, you know, you left the last sip, you put in the milk jug, the gallon jug with just one sip of milk or something, and it just set you off because you were so drunk, and you're like, hey, you fucking always, you snore so loud I can't even sleep, and you know, I have my girlfriend over, and you come in, you always watch the movies when we want to be snuggling and making out, you come in, you fart, and we can smell it. You think we don't smell it? We smell it. And you fucking always go out and you get too drunk when I invite you to family parties and you embarrass me and you never pick up the check when we go out to eat and you're just ranting, you're just going like every pet peeve, everything you've had wrong for 20 years, you just go off on, and you wake up in the morning and you remember it and you know you did it. You can't even remember everything you said, so when you apologize you got to be careful because you don't want to reveal more pet peeves that you've had, because if you have friends long enough, you have things you dislike about your friends, but you overlook them because in the end they're your friend, they're one of your best friends, your main crew, so you're not going to just be calling them out on everything every single day, but you got them in your mind, in that one drunken night to bring them out. That's all it takes, and that's what it seemed like Swizz Beatz was on, a drunken night. That's what he said in the apology. That's what you always say when you're apologizing after a drunk night on a Sunday morning. I was in a different mindset, man. I wasn't in my right mindset. My karma wasn't right. My vibes weren't aligned, and I acted out because of that. You don't just say, listen, I was drunk as hell. I was drunk as fuck, and I acted stupid, you know. I said some shit I didn't really mean, or even if I meant it, I didn't mean to be that angry about it. It's not a big deal as I made it. I was just drunk, and that's it. It was a mistake. Everyone's done it. Everyone's got too drunk. So everyone should understand that. If that was the apology that Swizz Beatz had, just an upbeat, you know, I was drunk and apologize, I didn't mean it, whatever. So that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I've done it plenty of times. I've done the Sunday morning apology more than once. Let's say that much. I dread looking at my phone. It's mostly text messages to people and freaking, you know, exes and my stories, Snapchat stories, or all three, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, tweets, whatever. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. I definitely get Twitter fingers. I get everything when I'm drunk. So I know what Swizz Beatz was feeling there, but you gotta just admit it and be like, listen, I had some liquid courage, whatever, you know. But even don't say liquid courage, just say, yeah, I was drunk, made a mistake, whatever, you know, because then you still keep it like, you know, I might have those feelings though, but I'm apologizing for being drunk and saying it on the radio there in that setting. And maybe he had Busta Rhymes with him, who Busta is like, you know, 800 pounds of pure muscle right now. I'm pretty sure he curls cars for a living. He could definitely bench press my whole family. I think he could, you know, if they got in a fight and Busta Rhymes was Swizz Beatz' partner, I would take them in the fight then, because Buster might just throw a truck or pick a tree up out of the ground and like just pick it up, rip the roots off and throw a tree at him. I don't know. Busta Rhymes is humongous. You know, that album where he's got his hands crossed, like he's got his hands folded and he has the douchebag white guy tattoos there, the like tribal shits that only douchebag white guys get, but you can't say that to Busta Rhymes. Like Busta Rhymes, all you can say is, those are the coolest tattoos ever, bro. Please don't kill me. It's just, yeah, those are the coolest tattoos ever on him. Every other white guy, they're douchebag tattoos, but Busta Rhymes, you know, like his arms are tree trunks. Forget pulling one. I mean, he has 2 arms attached to him. He is huge now, and the scariest voice ever. Whose voice is even scarier than his? Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. Dr. Dre's is kind of scary, I guess. I don't know. Pop Smoke's was kind of cool. Pop Smoke has a good, like, ransom voice, like if it was a Scream movie, but he was Pop Smoke's voice, like, do you like a scary movie? Or what's your favorite scary movie? Pop Smoke would have a good voice there, so, I don't know, but Busta Rhymes has a scary voice even, so it's like, you know, he's just, and look at the Woo-Ha Got You All in Check video, Busta Rhymes, like, first music video. I think it's his first album and first music video, like, well, it's where I discovered him, so it was the first one for me. And look at him then with the long dreadlocks, and he's skinny as hell. He's as skinny as fucking Swizz Beatz, and just he's the weird facial expressions, the weird colored hats and shit. What was that poofy hat with the rim circle and all the weird shit he used to wear? The color, he was just weird looking and all eccentric, and he was not threatening at all. You weren't scared of him at all back then. Now I am scared as hell. He is a big, huge man. Like, he has surpassed. He's bigger than Dr. Dre. He is big. So, if Busta Rhymes was in the fight with Swizz, I would take them. But if Swizz Beatz is in the fight, just one-on-one against Drake, Swizz Beatz is kind of like Wiz Khalifa. I said in the other, if the wind blows too fast, too strong, Swizz Beatz is falling over. I mean, Swizz Beatz is maybe 90 pounds soaking wet. I mean, I'd be surprised if he's breaking 100 nowadays. I mean, see his head? He's got a small head too. He looks like a vegan. Like, you know, vegans, when they look like they're kind of sick all the time. They look sickly, like, you know, hospital patients of some sort. But, you know, they're vegan, so it's just because I think you need some protein and meats. I'm pretty sure you should have at least a little bit of that in your life. You need some protein and stuff. Like humans, that's why I think the caveman diet's a good idea, because cavemen only ate, you know, woolly mammoth, tiger, they ate meat and green vegetables. So, and every picture of a caveman you ever saw, one fat ass caveman with, you know, big fucking belly and tits. No, they were all ripped and jacked. So, I mean, I think that's what you need, just red meat and green vegetables. It was doing something for the cavemen. I know they can't eat a ton, and they didn't have Oreos and fucking Snickers bars, but still, I mean, you don't have to eat Oreos and Snickers bars. You just eat meat and green vegetables, and I like that diet idea. Like, vegans, definitely not the call. They look too sickly, but let's stick to the point here. Yeah, Swizz Beatz, I mean, Drake could miss the punch, and just the wind of his punch missing would, you know, maybe knock him over. Oh, man, he'd swing for the face, and Swizz, he'd just miss, and he'd still fall over. It's just, I wouldn't have, Drake punches him in the body, might break some bones. It's like, his front bones would hit his back. It's just, he is too skinny. Drake, you know, he's got the best trainers in the world. He bought himself a six-pack and muscles, and, you know, he's just, he could buy a boxing gym. He's ready to fight. You could buy some dude to teach him how to street fight, whatever. Drake would probably win that fight. I mean, he'd be my pick there. Even though he probably wouldn't want to get hit in the face, he gets hit in the face once. I could see if Swizz Beatz did pack some power behind his punch there, and Drake gets a cut. He's like, oh my god, he cut my face. What are you doing? It's bleeding. Oh no, this is my moneymaker. You know, he'd be all complaining and crying. Drake's face though, that smug face, that smile, and just a white, perfect teeth and a perfect beard. I can't get my lines on my beard to be that perfect. It's like, how does anybody, you know? And just mustache, beard, everything's perfect. The hair, it's just so perfect. And the smug smile, like, yeah, I know I'm rich and you're poor. Get out of my way, you peasant, you know? just so smug. You just want to punch that smile off his face so bad. So I'd cheer for Swizz Beatz. I just don't think he'd win. I'd have to, if I bet, I'd have Drake, but I'd cheer for Swizz Beatz secretly. But Swizz Beatz just, now he had the energy, had the upper hand. He was the aggressor. He was the one who challenged him, called him a pussy, called him a kid. You know, he came with that energy there. And then, you know, he came with that weak-ass apology. That apology looked like someone who just, you know, Drake and 40 broke into his house and roughed him up, maybe punched him, you know, threw him around a bit, maybe punched him, but they probably just slapped him. There's nothing more demeaning than getting slapped, open palm, slap it to the face by a man, by another man. Like, if you get slapped by a girl, that's all right, that's acceptable. Every man's got slapped in the face by a woman at one point during a breakup, a fight. You know, we've all got slapped by a woman at some point. Or we could have got slapped by a woman in the bedroom while having sex. You know, maybe we like a little painful pleasure. I don't know, to each their own. But that would be a good slap. But there's, you know, any slap, if it happens from a woman, it's acceptable. You don't get mad unless you're like Chris Brown or something. No, anyway, seriously. Chris Brown lives 5 minutes from me. Please don't come find me. But, yeah. So, yeah, we've all been slapped by women, but that's not degrading. But it's so degrading, another man slapping another man. So Swizz Beatz just looked like he got slapped around and stuff, and he was like, there was almost tears in his eye. He looked like it was a ransom video, like some of like the kidnappers were standing behind the camera, like CHUBBZ was standing behind the camera, like, yeah, and say you apologize, say you love all of Drake's music. Swizz Beatz is like, I love all of Drake's music, I love when he sings, I wish he'd make a whole album of just him singing, I love his R&B, he could have made it in the R&B world or the rap world. And I loved Views. I thought every song on Views was great. I was a huge fan of Views. It's my favorite Drake album. I don't think he's ever missed on an album, but especially not Views. I love it. It's like they're making it, they're just standing behind the camera like, yeah, say that shit. Say you love when Drake sings to you slowly. Yeah, it was just such a weak apology, and you gave CHUBBZ the chance to become the aggressor. Now he's like, no, we don't want no more apologies. And he quotes a Drake song, isn't no more apologies, like 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, so he quotes a Drake song in there. It's like, we don't want no more apologies. We're not taking apologies. Next time we see you, you better have that same energy. So now he's the aggressor. Next time you see him, he's made it that, you know, he's knocking him out on sight. You know, he's ready to fight. Keep that same energy. Now he's the aggressor. He's winning. You know, like you'd win, like he's winning the pre-fight, like you'd win a post-breakup. Like, you know, when you break up and you're winning if you go to the gym and the guy gets more muscled and jacked and looks better, or the girl does the same thing, does squats, her ass gets all fat and she's taking nice pictures on Instagram all sexy in her bikini and showing off the guy she hangs out with, or, you know, and meanwhile you're back with that ex, your other ex that you told this ex that you'd never get back with, and you know it had no more feelings for at all, but you get back with her anyways just to make this ex mad, or, you know, or you just date a more beautiful woman than her that she thinks is more beautiful than her at least, and you post pictures of that, you post picture of you guys already kissing, holding hands, or you buy her stuff. You got to be winning in the post-breakup relationship. So that's what this is. It's the pre-fight, and Swizz Beatz was winning because he had the high energy. He came with the aggression, called him a pussy, called him names, called him a kid, and then but that weak-ass soft apology, all teary-eyed and begging for forgiveness, like kissing his shoes. It's like, come on, man, you know, like, just down on the ground, kissing his feet. It's like, now they're the aggressor. They're showing they never did any weak apologies, so now they're like, no, we don't want that apology. We don't accept apologies. Keep that same energy when we see you. So now it's like, now they're on top. They got CHUBBZ, you know, sounds like the aggressor here, and it's Drake too. Now Drake's winning yet another thing in life. So now I was rocking with Swizz Beatz. I love that energy, calling out Drake. No one calls out Drake. No one comes for the crown or whatever. He called him, just straight up calling him a pussy and all these things. And for Drake, you know, the biggest star in the world, biggest pop star, and he is one of the biggest hip hop stars too. I mean, you know, that Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake three-headed monster is still there, no matter what. So it's really tough to go at Drake. It doesn't happen much. XXX did it, you know, but not many people try to go at Drake. So it's just like, I don't, you know, that was cool to see, and Swizz Beatz going back to those Rough Rider days and not backing down. You know, he doesn't care. So yeah, now he conceded to Drake with that apology. I just wish he didn't. He kept the same energy, didn't say anything, because he was standing. He's legendary enough status, you know. One of the, like I said, him and Just Blaze. Did they do a versus battle, or what are they talking about it? No, because it was just Scott Storch and Timberland. Yeah, no, I think they were talking about Swizz Beatz and Just Blaze, but those are two of my favorite, like, hype guys. And yeah, Swizz Beatz just, you know, he ran with the Rough Riders, Cassidy, all that, so he has some gangster in him and everything. And I just liked to hear it. Maybe it's because Busta Rhymes was there, and he knows if he fought 2-on-2, he knows Busta would just fucking, like, throw a, you know, a fucking telephone pole, start swinging it at him or something. Busta Rhymes would help him win that fight. But yeah, like I said, if it's near the beach where it's windy, Swizz Beatz is gonna be flying all around, and it's at least it'll be hard to catch. But yeah, Drake just you know, he's got the best trainers. The, you know, he's bought those six-pack abs. He bought, you know, I probably bought fighting skills. Drake can buy whatever he wants. So I would put one-on-one Drake winning that. I don't know, you know, if it'd be a group battle. I don't know about CHUBBZ. CHUBBZ seems like CHUBBZ seems like he was a little, I don't know if he's been in street fights. He seems kind of like he grew up in the suburbs. You know, kind of like how Drake seems a little on the softer side. It seems like CHUBBZ might have been in the suburbs, but is now trying to be harder because he's got all the, you know, he shares money with Drake and everything, so it just looks like he might be trying to be tough, but he might not be. So, and 40, I don't know, he'll either do your taxes or make a beat for you, but I don't think he's gonna beat you up. So couldn't really be a group fight. But Swizz Beatz and Drake, I'd have Drake in it, but be cheering for Swizz Beatz to actually knock out Drake. That'd be hilarious. Even if he punched him once and made him cry, that'd be hilarious, you know. I picture Drake crying every time he holds CHUBBZ's hand and he squeezes it real hard, and holding 40's hand on the other side. Oh shit. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I just I don't know what made Swizz talk that spicy with Drake. I guess that's been long, just like I said, with the friends of 20 years, you know, you get drunk like that, all those things come out, and that's what Swizz Beatz was. He was a little drunk, and it sounded like he went off on his friend. His friend of many years that he knows everything about, and he got drunk. He got that truth serum in there, that liquid courage, and he said some shit that was on his mind forever. He's like, you know, just like you would to your friend, you know, you keep your dirty laundry too close, it smells like socks in here, you know, you always fucking, you smoke cigarettes with the patio door open, it smells like smoke, and you fucking always, you know, never a good wingman, you always try to hit on girls before me. When I go to the bathroom, you're hitting on them. I don't know, there's so many things you could go off on your friend for because you hung out with them so long, but you're friends, so you never do. But there's that drunken night, one drunken night you go off, and that's it. And that's what it sounds like Swizz Beatz did here. But the apology with the tears, I like my scenario though. I like that they ran in there, slapped him around, and roughed him up, and they were standing behind telling him what to say. Yeah, tell me you love Drake singing, Views is your favorite album, and you love Toronto winters. you would love to come up with an owl as your logo. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, I don't know. I just think Drake, once again, you know, is winning here. Once again, he wins at another thing in life. So, you know, now he's got to keep that same energy when CHUBBZ and them see him. They did not accept the apology. So, Swizz Swizz Beatz has got to now come back from that teary-eyed apology. People think, I mean, Alicia Keys might be, people think he's soft because of Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys, I believe, is from New York. I mean, she grew up, she's probably pretty hard too. She might get in on the fight herself. She might cut him, you know? I mean, Drake can't even sleep with, you know, Drake, I picture, isn't a fighter and everything. He probably can't fight at all. Swizz Beatz is, you know, obviously one of the skinnier guys, so I don't think he has much power. So it wouldn't be much of a fight. So maybe Drake would usually be the guy I see in high school that wouldn't fight you if he's mad at you, but he'd try to bang your girlfriend because he's like, you know, suave, Rico Suave, Casanova sweet talker. So he'd try to bang your girlfriend, and maybe he'd succeed. That's how he'd fight you. That's how he'd get back at you. He'd bang your girlfriend, but this time Swizz Beatz doesn't have a girlfriend. He has Alicia Keys, but Alicia Keys just seems too loyal for that, so I don't think that would happen. That's for sure. They've been married for like 10, 15, not that long, but they've been married for a long, long time, like 10 years. Never one argument. They're kind of like John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Never any arguments. Never anything bad. You don't hear anything about them. They're just happily married and living their life. It's like an anomaly for hip-hop marriages. It is a rare, like, Ray J is like, what? You've never fought once? There's no bad? It's like, yeah, Joe Biden. Everyone in hip-hop, it's tough to keep them married, and celebrities in general. All the entertainment industry, it's just so rare to be married like that, with just no bad news, no arguments, no nothing. So I don't think Drake is going to split up that happy of a couple. I don't think he could bang Alicia Keys. She just seems like the perfect woman, very loyal, just a great wife/girlfriend. So Drake can't win here by just banging the girlfriend. He can't sing her, you know, a nice little auto-tune song. Like, you know, he can't fuck that Swizz Beatz that you know and think you found. That's what you pick up and I'm not around. Or something, you know. And once again, I'm sing for you again. I try not to bring my voice out. Still haven't signed a contract. So I can't be singing every video. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't do it. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get right there. So, but that's it for the Swizz Beatz and Drake confrontation or whatever. It's not an old head thing. Swizz Beatz is pretty old. You know, DMX. I would say you could get DMX back in the ring, but DMX was like on Instagram Live preaching Jesus and God and seemed good and sober and everything. And then next month not even next month, next week he's on live with Fat Man Scoop and talking the all fast crackheadish. You could tell he had relapsed. DMX had definitely relapsed. He's back on the rocky road, and yeah, he mistake Lloyd Banks for Tony Ayo, which was hilarious, and he's right. Tony Ayo is one of the worst rappers to ever have the pleasure of making a rap album nationwide and everything. Yeah, so Tony Ayo is terrible, but Lloyd Banks definitely isn't, so it made sense in terms of what they were talking about. Tony Ayo definitely, if you said that in the top 5 or 10 lyricists, or even 500 top lyricists in rap, then you would be like, what, are you crazy? So yeah, I get that mix-up and everything, and so that was hilarious. You know, Lloyd Banks is definitely up there, but yeah, Tony Ayo is not. Lloyd Banks, he'd probably make about the top 20. I'm a big Lloyd Banks fan. The Punchline and Cassidy. I'm just thinking of people that, you know, Swizz Beatz can have help him. Cassidy could help him in the fight too. He's back in the hood, I think. I heard he was on drugs now too. Or was that Cassidy? Or yeah, that was in that battle. The guy kept saying Cassidy smokes crack, so that was kind of shocking to me. He does look a little thinner. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. I don't know. I hope not. And that's sad if all, you know, you hearing that a lot. I wonder, like, you heard Beanie Siegel smoke crack from the Game song, you know, Cassidy, DMX obviously did. I mean, is crack really like a thing that rich people would do? I guess everyone feels the same whether you're rich or poor, so I don't know. Not that I know. No, I don't. Anyways, so that's my updates on that fight thing. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's always longer than I intend on, and I ramble on and on, but hey, you know, what can I say? I'm just I'm a talkative guy. I'm a social guy. I like to have fun. So thank you guys for always watching. You know, I'm going to try to promote better. I'm doing a big variety of shows. That's why I feel like skating. You know, I'm going to do my vlogs, you know, I feel like rhyming, but we're gonna do beef, beer, and questions, which is gonna be a grilling show. I'm gonna reveal my steak recipe. I thought I never would. I'd go to the grave with this, but I'm gonna reveal it. I'm gonna reveal the exact recipe for you on the show. It'll debut tomorrow, and yeah, you'll get to learn that.